MCFL. This is MCFL. This is MCFL coming to you live from Hartford. Hey now.
Live on tape from Studio 2A, it's Around the League with Ian McCary and Reed McCary.
Hey now! It's great to be back in the mustard jacket after a tough week of practice in Kingston. The boys really performed out there for me, though.
That they did, Ian. But we got a big show, a packed show for the audience, so let's get straight to the action, beginning with the Miles Conference recap. In the first game, the Ramacorns came away with a 111-106 victory over Reynolds Wrap. JoJo flaunted his wealth of quarterbacks as he chose Matthew Stafford over Drew Brees. Brilliant coaching move. On the flip side, Jay Cutler did not seem to enjoy playing football as he spent most of Sunday on his ass. Elisa's team 0-2 despite 205 points for.
Maybe she should work on that defense. 246 against.
That's very true, Ian. Next up, we got your game. The Kingston Dolphins flexed their muscles over Amaka, 120-95. Darren McFadden and Fred Jackson were fired up and both had huge games for the Dolphins. Antonio Gates had 0 points, and Tom Brady is getting fed up with the lack of production from his teammates. He throws up 29 points in a losing effort.
Tony Romo came back from injury to lead the Cowboys over the 49ers, but LaShawn McCoy made sure it wasn't enough for the Tsunamis as he put up 24 points on Sunday night. The Snow Tigers roll 95-78. Cam Newton was a great start by GM Akshara, who was mid-flight when he found out Des Bryant was inactive for the week. Maine Tides took the top of the conference with a 127-99 victory over the Little Indians. Miles Austin lit it up with 32 points before leaving the game injured, and Dustin Keller proved he's a winner with 16 points. Little Indians coach Joe Mullen must be concerned about the lack of production from Joe Flacco and Chris Johnson.
He sure should be. One of the few teams to start Marcel Reese and still win their fantasy game, insert team name here, won 104 points to 100 over the Rough Riders. Rookie A.J. Green came up with a clutch 18.4 points. Ahmad Bradshaw got no love in the second half as Brandon Jacobs came back to life. And Jamal Charles, unfortunately, will be sipping Mai Tais the rest of the year. I bet Moon's probably regretting that $12 million signing bonus.
Alright, here are the standings after week 2. Maine Tides and the Ramacorns lead the way at 2-0. Amaka and Reynolds Wrap 0-2. 6 teams average over 100 points a game.
Next up, we'd like to get to our Celebrity Pick'em segment with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but first, a word from our sponsors. Whether you don't have any cat food, or the recession is hitting you especially rough, choose Hormel dried beef. When times are tough, it's just enough.
Now let's welcome back legendary Celebrity Pick'em guest Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's that, Arnold? I couldn't hear you.
Hi.
Arnold, you're now an even 500 on the year, 4-4 through the first 2 weeks.
Don't you understand? I feel like I was meant for something more than this.
Well, so did we at MCFL TV when we hired you for this job, man.
Absolutely. This time you can count on me.
First up this week, Ramacorns owner JoJo Mullen sure can sing a theme song, and I think he's going to make it 3 straight wins out of the gate. What do you think, Arnie?
No, that's not true.
So you like Caitlin and Daddy's girl there.
Yeah.
Next up, 2 teams that are winless, Amaka and Reynolds Wrap. Go at it.
I guarantee you, things will change.
Well, that's a given. Many of the people are thinking that Reynolds Wrap is going to take this one.
The will of the people is paramount.
I'll take that as a win for Elisa.
Why not?
A pivotal matchup as Cartman's Apocalypto and the Granby Goats square off at 1-1. Yesterday you were really pumping up Granby Goats.
Give these people air.
So you think the Goats are a lock?
Always have, always will.
Inaugural champ Kong has stumbled out of the gate. He's dropped his first 2 games, and now he's facing a tough team in Julie's Mustangs.
We need to send a message. Get your mother, please.
That's right. Arnold not just picking Biff in this one, but imploring the big man to victory.
Thanks a lot, Arnold. We'll see you next week. Next up, a recap of the Mullen Conference action. WRZ won the game 127-111, but nobody beats GM Alan Clark of Cartman's Apocalypto in the Smack Talk War. The lack of smack was a prime reason for Reggie Bush's lackluster performance. Fred Jackson and the Jets defense led the Zippers with huge efforts. The Mustangs put down the Maytals 114-77. Darren McFadden and Matt Stafford blew up, while the Maytals had 3 no-shows. Oh, I've just been told that we're going to go live to the Maytals post-game press conference.
James Mullen, GM, scooting the Maytals.
James over here.
Let's make this quick, boys.
We were all wondering what went wrong this week.
In a word, everything. I mean, 0 points out of 3 players this week. Players not even getting targeted with balls. We got to put the right players out there.
We were also wondering what can you do this week to follow up to ensure a win.
Like I was saying before, we'll start by getting the right players out there. Not having Hakeem Nicks, not having Des Bryant really hurt us this week.
Scoop.
Yes.
My sources are reporting some heavy activity on the trading block. Any truth to these rumors?
Well, there's definitely some truth there. We've been in contact with numerous teams, trying to make a play for a running back. We've got a lot of receivers, so trying to make a move, get a little bit more depth on our team. Yes, over here.
Anything to say to your longtime rivals, Capital Reformers?
Jeez. I think I'm going to pass for this week. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that this week.
Thanks, Coach.
Welcome. A quick word from Hormel. For an intimate night alone, choose Hormel.
The Granby Goats win 113-95 over Billy's Bone Crushers. It's a good thing Kenny Britt plays football instead of doing any kind of job which would require reading or writing skills, as he puts up 19.5 points for the Victors. Tony Romo leads the way for the Bone Crushers with 21.8 points. Big numbers from Vincent Jackson, Larry Fitzgerald, and a magical Sunday from old man Tony Gonzalez helped Coach Peasy down Kong 124-114. Biffy goes 0-2 despite scoring 218 points. You're 1,000 miles away, ready to strike. We now go to video of Coach Peasy's Tuesday press conference.
Sean Rule, General Manager of Coach Peasy.
How are y'all today?
Great, Coach. Coach!
Yes.
Coach.
Wait. You? Yeah. Yes, you.
Coach, you've gotten off to a great start. 2-0. Who've been the key players for you so far this year?
I'd have to say 1 is Larry Fitz. He'll give you fits. You know what I mean? 2, Vincent Jackson. He's my main man. He's my rock. He's my rock solid main man. He does everything.
Coach.
Yeah.
You think you've done enough to justify a spot in the Hormel Chili Power Rankings?
I think I solidified my spot. That's all I can say for now, though.
Coach, over here. What was the
Yeah.
inspiration for your team name, Coach Peasy?
Rest in peace, my boy Lance. He's my boy, a.k.a. Coach Peasy, a.k.a. my brother. Next question.
Coach, I've heard speculation that Cam Newton is replacing Big Ben at QB1. Care to comment?
See, Big Ben's been fumbling it a bit. I've seen it in practice. I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to say much at all. But Newton, for a rookie, is looking pretty good. So, I mean, the man's 6'5", 250, and runs a 4.3. What can I say? Next question.
Peasy, you're facing the wicked Rippa-Zippas this week. Anything to say to GM Jason Mullen?
You're garbage. You're garbage, and you're done. You know what I mean? You can all see it. Can I get a hey now? Can I get a hey now?
Hey now!
Yeah, there we go. Everybody knows.
Get some sauce in your feet.
The Capital Reformers were inspired by GM Alex McCary and showed the league they have MCFL Bowl aspirations, beating Commissioner Drew Mullen's Bastards 102-78. Drew Brees and Miles Austin put up big games for Alex. Good efforts from Tom Brady and Michael Turner were not enough to overcome them.
All right, and with that, let's take a quick look at the standings in the Mullen Conference. We've got the Wicked Ripper-Zippers joined by Capital Reformers and Coach Peasy at the top, while 2 past champions, Scootin' the Maytals and Kong, bring up the rear.
All right, and now let's go to the Hormel Power Rankings, presented by Hormel Food Groups International. Me encanta de chichi burrito de pollo. Es un producto de Hormel Foods. Hormel, el primer nombre en carne precocida.
Gracias, Ian. Alright, and this week's Hormel Power Rankings shake up this way. At number 5, we got the Maine Tides. Number 4, a surprise here, we got the 1-1 Mustangs, looking strong though. At 3, we got Coach Peasy. Number 2, the Ramacorns. And number 1, Wicked Ripper Zippers. I'm going to join you. WRZ, I'm sick of saying that name.
Alright, that's about all we have for Around the League this week. Before we go, I just want to remind all the MCFL TV fans out there that we are still accepting submissions for our logo and theme song contest. You can email them to mcfltv@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.
Hey now!
Around the